to Kansas, gateway to Oz. Under the rainbow, this is where it was. Hollyhocks and red ripe tomatoes, hand-churned homemade ice cream. Let me tell you, Kansas is more than tornadoes. It's the best part of Dorothy's dream.
Welcome to Around Kansas. I'm Deb Bisel, and we're sitting in the lovely Red Buffalo gift shop right in the heart of Sedan. So on the next couple of episodes, we're going to be visiting Sedan, Kansas, and we're going to be visiting Prairie Days at the little house on the prairie. And hope you'll stay with us because you're going to really love the next couple of episodes of Around Kansas.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff Progress, powered by Kansas farmers. Around Kansas, brought to you by Tarwater Farm and Home. Come on by, we'll treat you like family.
Welcome to Around Kansas, and we're in front of Floyd's Market in Sedan, and we're with Roger Floyd, the owner of the market here. And Floyd's is celebrating 100 years in business this year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell me who started it and how you got started and all that stuff.
This is my grandfather, A.J. Floyd, started it in 1914.
So was he from Sedan? Did he move here from somewhere else?
Yes, our whole family's been original residents here, settlers.
So you've kept this, I know this is hard, you know, a mom and pop grocery, essentially, that's a difficult business today.
It's getting more and more so out here in the sticks where we are, because everybody goes out of town to the city, and we have to compete with whatever they do there.
So while it's difficult, it's also so important to the survival of a community to have a grocery store like yours. So how have you managed to keep that going?
We just try to be a part of the community, and what goes around comes around. We keep things, we help them, they help us.
Talk about what this community means to you and some of the things your family's been involved in making happen.
We've just been here forever, and we've always been a part of the community. Whatever we've been able to do to help, we have.
Well, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah. We enjoy the community, and we try to pay back.
Now, the grocery store, 4 generations. So who are those 4 generations?
My grandfather, A.J. Floyd, my dad, Darrell Floyd, me, and then my son, Austin.
Now, is Austin going to keep running the store?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, as long as we can keep it going.
Well, I met Austin yesterday, and he is a fantastic young man.
Yeah.
He was really impressive. And so, and again, keeping young people in the community is essential to the survival of all small communities.
Yeah, he and I we're both lucky because we have something to come here for.
Well, it's a beautiful community. We've enjoyed visiting Sedan so much, and you know, so often Bill Curtis's name is associated with Sedan, and I think it's wonderful that Bill's been involved in so many efforts in this community. But as you guys highlight, it takes a community.
Yeah, it takes everybody working together, and he did a lot coming in, and some of the buildings might not be there now if it wasn't for what he has done.
But it takes a community to keep it going.
And everybody has to work together, and the town is real good about that.
Well, Roger, thanks so much, and congratulations, and we'll come back in a few years and mark another anniversary with you.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned for more of Around Kansas.
Tallgrass Commodities offers producers bulk commodities at a reasonable price with reliable service throughout the whole Midwest. To find out more about Tallgrass Commodities, visit tallgrass.us or call 785-494-8484.
Around Kansas, brought to you by Santa Fe Trail Meats in Overbrook, or visit us online at sftmeats.com.
Here in the parking lot in front of Floyd's Market with Roger Floyd, whose family's been in the market business here for 100 years. And behind us is one of the biggest American flags I've ever seen. Last night when we drove into Sedan and the flag was unfurled and seemed to just hover over the entire downtown. So Roger, tell me about the flag and why it's there.
Well, it's there because Burl Robinson. He's a customer and friend for a long time. Came in the store real excited one day and said, "Rog, I've been down to Pawhuska and they have this big, beautiful flag downtown Pawhuska. We got to do this, and we got to put one of those in your parking lot." This is just wanted me to think about it. I said, "Okay, Burl, He said, no, you don't have to decide now. Just think about it. I said, Burl, I said, okay, let's do it. So Burl made the flagpole and did all the planning to get it set. And I buy the flags and keep it maintained. So it's a community effort, a group effort to get it done, and it's still there. I never get tired of looking at it.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
This hog is head over hoof for meal made from U.S. soybeans. Now, one hog isn't that impressive, but suppose we add another, and another, and another. Before long, you've got billions of hungry customers around the world all clamoring for the same thing. Our soybeans. Learn more about the billion-dollar appetite of animal agriculture at BeyondTheElevator.com. Brought to you by America's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
This segment is brought to you by Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego, just a short drive down the Yellow Brick Road.
Welcome to Around Kansas. I'm sitting here with my very dear friend and partner in crime, Michelle Martin. Michelle, great to have you.
Good to see you, Deb.
So today we're right in the middle of Sedan. We're in the Red Buffalo gift shop, and we're going to talk a lot about the area of Sedan, the community here, but we're going to start with her day job, director of the Little House on the Prairie Museum. And Michelle, what a great gig that is.
Well, there's nothing more identifiable than the name Little House on the Prairie. The book, written by Laura Ingalls Wilder, made into a successful television show, now a musical, now going to be a major Hollywood motion picture. And there's nothing more quintessentially Kansas than Little House on the Prairie.
No kidding. And that's just, we're in Sedan, so it's what, 40 miles from here?
Yeah, we are just south of Independence, Kansas. We're just east of here, about 35 to 40 minutes.
Now, the Little House property, the property that the Ingalls family lived on, is owned by the Curtis family. And so that's not a state-run site. So talk a little bit about how you guys are funded and how you're run.
Deb, Little House on the Prairie Museum has been, since its inception in the 1970s, a privately owned, non-profit museum. It is funded by the admission fee of $3 per adult, $1 per child, which has not been raised to keep up with the cost of living or expenses in over 15 years. We've kept it intentionally low so people can afford to come and visit and walk in the footsteps of Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Talk about specifically Prairie Days and how that event came to be and what it is.
Prairie Days started roughly 15 years ago, and it started with the staff at the museum at the time, and they wanted to do something to celebrate the life and the spirit of the pioneer and of the Ingalls family. All of the Laura Ingalls Wilder home sites that are officially recognized, like ours, all have an annual event of some kind that celebrates the life of Laura Ingalls Wilder. Prairie Days, our one-day event, the second Saturday of every June, brings together living historians, music, food, craft activities for children. We try to bring in individuals, potters, weavers, blacksmiths, soap makers, folks who actually make things with their hands, much like folks did in the days of the Ingalls family. And they share that with our visitors. We have our living historians who come in and do programs, and it's a great day of family fun. We also have antique farm equipment, hands-on activities for children and for kids of all ages, really.
It's so awesome to watch how fascinated kids are by things being made, just simple things, yes, and how they are made. The potter, the blacksmith, you know, the basket making, all those processes, making rope. I mean, just simple, ordinary things, and the kids are fascinated by it.
They are, and they walk away learning something. You're educating them in a very sly way. They don't realize it. You know, they don't want to go to school. It's summer, but what they don't realize is when they come to our museum, when they come to Prairie Days, they are learning things by osmosis, by seeing. We have Civil War soldiers who go ahead and do the drill of instruction and give out balsa wood rifles, and they have them marching and drilling and learning what a soldier's life was like. And what those children don't realize is they are learning something that they can't read in the history books.
Exactly, exactly. Now, the obviously you're dependent on a lot of volunteers who
yes,
show up and do things.
really, that's our major source of support to be able to run an event like that are our volunteers. Whether they come from Independence, we have a crop of volunteers that come up from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, where I reside now. We pull from the whole area to be able to put a festival like Prairie Days on. We're very fortunate. We have a volunteer and good friend, Shane Blakesley, who helps us with our herd of animals that people get to see farm animals when they come to our museum. We have folks come in who've never seen a farm animal in their life. City
hard
folks.
to believe, isn't it?
And were it not for folks like Shane, we wouldn't be able to keep that animal herd going.
Oh yeah, that's a tremendous amount of work. What are the hours of Little House during the year?
During our open season, we are open April through October.
Okay.
Our hours do vary, and we ask folks to check our website, littlehouseontheprairiemuseum.com.
Okay.
But during the summer, during the height of our peak season, we're open Tuesday through Sunday. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sunday, 1 to 5. We do have, we limit our hours in the fall. When those kids go back to school, we find our visitation does drop. Families aren't traveling as much, and so we do have some limited hours in the fall. But as we said, they can check our Facebook page and our website. They can see photographs. They can get all the latest info on all of our events.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
I'm Deb Bisel, and when I'm not filming around Kansas, I'm the historian in residence here at Historic Topeka Cemetery. Now, one of my favorite episodes, of course, was on the cemetery here. And you know what? If you miss seeing that, you can go back and watch it anytime. All those great episodes of Around Kansas are archived on our website. So if you'll go to agaminkansas.com, click on Around Kansas, and you'll find all your favorite spots. So if you happen to miss one, like this one on the cemetery, or if there's just one you want to watch over and over again or share with your friends, share with some of the people who might have been featured there, feel free to do that. And in the meantime, come out to Topeka and visit me in this lovely historic spot. I look forward to seeing you.
American innovation is being driven in places you might not expect by people like Brent Hayek, an Oklahoma family farmer, who recently set a world land speed record in a Ford Super Duty pickup truck powered by renewable B20 biodiesel. Advanced performance is here, now, putting America on the fast track to more jobs and energy independence. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
Now another gardening tip with Annette Jackson.
Well-designed container flower gardens bring beauty to your home, at your entry, on your patio, or placed in a special spot in your landscape. Let Jackson's help you select the correct plant combinations which will add the color and style you need and that will survive the summer to provide beauty till frost.
Save 50% now at Jackson's annual bedding plant clearance sale. Veggies and pottery 25% off too. Come on out and save now.
This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Association of Wheat Growers and the Kansas Wheat Commission. Together, we are Kansas Wheat.
Welcome back to Around Kansas. I'm with Mary Curtis, and we're on stage at the Gregg Theater in downtown Sedan. And Mary, what a vital part of the community these theaters once were, and thanks to the efforts of folks like you and other volunteers in the community, that's happening once again.
It is. It is. We were closed for a year, but with our generous community, got the money for brand new digital equipment and sound, and it's HD. It's a wonderful experience coming to a movie here.
Now, what's the capacity for the theater?
270.
270.
We don't always fill that.
Right.
But we do have a crowd every show.
That's fantastic. And so you have movies here, and then the community theater?
And then we have live theater. And traveling events, we're always anxious to book. So you have to use a building or it will deteriorate.
Absolutely.
So we always welcome any shows passing by.
Now this was the era of the Art Deco theater, so you've got a lot of the fixtures that are original.
We do.
And that beautiful Art Deco style.
1938.
1938. So the theater was continuously operated until a year ago?
Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, at $5 for an adult.
Wow.
And $3 for kids.
What a deal.
Yep.
What a deal. So is it entirely volunteer operated now?
It is. Now Roger Floyd, who is Floyd's Market,
right,
has been running it basically because the bills, it probably does not break even.
Sure.
And he has provided the concession booth, all the candy and popcorn. He has kept it going.
What needs to happen next, or what are you working on next?
Our issue now, the building is rock, and so we've got moisture issues.
Mm-hmm.
We basically need to seal the exterior from the seeping rain.
Right.
So the grout has deteriorated, and so that's the next.
That's
portion.
a biggie.
It is.
Yeah, that's a biggie.
It is. But we're open for business, and
right.
it will come.
Wonderful. Now, do you have fundraising events like?
We have, yes. And it's almost like our community is tapped out. They have been so generous. So we're giving it a break until we start our next one.
Right, right. Well, it's just so vital to a community, and so many of the things that you're doing here. It's one thing to have tourist traffic, but it's another thing to serve the community that lives here, and that's one of the things the theater really does accomplish, doesn't it?
Culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's not just cowboy culture. We're trying to open it up for families.
Now, if folks are interested in supporting or becoming involved some way or finding out your schedule, you have a website, Facebook page?
Greg Theater Facebook page, and then Friends of Greg Theater. And then you can get through on the Sedan website.
Great.
SedanKansas.com.
SedanKansas.com. Mary, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Tar Waters has what you need for all seasons for around the farm and home. Working, hunting, growing, feeding, snow removal, even fun for the kids. And a service department with experienced techs to help keep your equipment in top running condition. Tar Waters has a huge selection and the best prices. Tar Water Farm and Home, family owned and operated since 1978. They have what you need.
This is the fast track to more jobs and America's energy independence. Advanced performance is here, now. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
Buying a car shouldn't be this hard. And at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego, it isn't. It's actually awesome. Whether you want a new or used car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. Even if you want to custom order a new car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. See Toby's team at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego. We're awesome.
This is a public notice. After 62 years as the best Western store in the state of Kansas, Roy Fry Western Lifestyles is calling it quits. And that means the entire $1.5 million inventory must be liquidated. And we've lowered prices again. Let's talk boots. Lucchese, Boulay, Corral, Tony Lama, Justin, Ariat, Nakona, Durango, Farini, and more. Right now, we will beat any price you can find anywhere, even online. Dwayne and his crew are on the floor, making incredible deals for you. Everything must be sold sold. All ladies' clothing, 50 to 70% off. American West purses and luggage, half price. All jewelry, belts, and home decor, half off. After 62 years, Roy Fry Western wants to say thank you for such great support over the years. We couldn't have done it without you. The Roy Fry Western Lifestyles Retirement Sale. On now. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. 9 to 5 Saturdays. And Sunday, noon to 4 p.m. Roy Fry Western Lifestyles. 121 Northeast Highway 24, Topeka. Don't miss this sale.
Around Kansas, brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome back to Around Kansas, and we're in Safari Marks, which is a really historic building here in the heart of Sedan. And with me is Kim Jones, who, along with her husband, owns this gorgeous property. So Kim, you're celebrating a year anniversary in July.
Yes.
So what a labor of love to take on this historic building and turn it into what's now the center of the nightlife in Sedan.
It's been a lot of fun.
Well, a lot of fun with a lot of hard work, I'm sure.
Yes, a lot of hard work. I mean,
what made you look at this and think, by golly, we can we can work ourselves to death and we can turn this into a really awesome place?
We have loved this building for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother-in-law actually has had this place for sale for a long time, and she was with the Area Foundation. And they'd been trying to sell it for a long time, and the opportunity, we kept looking at the building and thinking, surely there's something we can do in this building because it's a beautiful building. And we kept trying to think of, and finally, some of the laws changed a little bit here in town, so we could actually open a restaurant and serve alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually gave some nightlife to Sedan. Never had it before here.
That's fantastic. So you've got a full-service bar and restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of menu?
We've got everything from steaks and seafood to burgers and fries.
And it's good.
Yeah,
it's really
we got
good.
quesadillas and just a lot of really good food.
So you do a lot of live music here?
Mm-hmm. We do a lot of live bands. We try to support local talent in the area from Wichita to down into Oklahoma, but mainly the Kansas area.
Now talk about what this building was. Originally a hotel.
Originally it was a hotel, the Haunted Hotel. That's what they called it. And after that, I believe it was a candy factory for Mrs. Burden's Candy Factory.
Mm-hmm. So how long had it been empty when you guys got it?
Probably somewhere between 11 and 15 years.
Wow, wow. So that's a lot to
empty, and it takes up almost the whole block.
Right. So tell us about the name, Safari Marks. Tell us how it got that name.
My husband and I are both avid hunters,
mm-hmm.
And we had gone to Africa for 30 days. And when we were trying to think of names, I said, let's call it Safari Marks. And he was like, no. So,
now, from what I understand, a lot of people, it's sort of become his nickname, hasn't it?
It has.
Like Crocodile Dundee, we got Safari Mark.
Yeah.
So for a lot of the local folks, they immediately got the connection.
Yeah, they get it. They get it. So.
All right, so the trophies behind us here, all these faces that are behind us,
mm-hmm.
are they some of your trophies,
mm-hmm.
yours and Mark's?
Yep. We eventually will have a lot more of our African trophies here also. We call this the North American room because it's got all the North American animals in it. So it's kind of our special event room.
Well, it's absolutely gorgeous. And the bar that and the staircase and everything,
mm-hmm.
are these original to the building?
All original woodwork. All of the woodwork's original in here. It was all brought back to its normal, to what it was back in the day. The best that we could do.
Right. Well, and the floor, the mosaic
mm-hmm.
floor.
It's all original. It's all, the building was built in 1904. So it's all original.
Tin ceiling.
Yep. The ceilings are all original.
That's gorgeous. Now, you mentioned your mother-in-law, so let's talk a little bit about her, because she deserves a lot of credit for good things that have gone on in Sedan.
She's Little Miss Sedan, Nita Jones. A lot of people know her. And Yellow Brick Road.
So she was one of the folks who spearheaded the Yellow Brick Road?
Yep, she did. She's always been in tourism. She's always loved Sedan. We call her Little Miss Sedan, and she will go to her grave trying to promote Sedan.
Good job. Now, do you guys have a website or Facebook page?
We have a Facebook page. It's Safari Marks.
Okay.
And it always lists what our specials. We have a lot of lunch specials. It'll have the lunch specials. We have evening specials. It has those on there. And it also tells what bands will be playing when.
Okay. Now, you're open year-round?
Open year-round.
Okay.
Wednesday through Saturday.
Wonderful. Kim, thanks so much for sharing this
you're
with
welcome.
us. That's
You're
a beautiful place. The food's wonderful, the service is fantastic. So right here in the heart of Sedan, come to Safari Marks.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff. Progress. Powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome to Kansas, gateway to Oz. Under the rainbow, this is where it was. Hollyhocks and red ripe tomatoes, hand-churned homemade ice cream. Let me tell you, Kansas is more than tornadoes. We're the best part of Dorothy's dream.